Flanders. I'm back. I just did my fireworks show, and I thought it was pretty cool. I loaded this sucker with like 30-something rounds of fireworks. This video, now, I want to explain my setup and why I did it this way, and most importantly, the way I set up the power to it. And then that way, maybe if you haven't worked with the firework station yet, you don't make the mistake I did when the first time I ever did it. It was pretty crazy. So let's see here. We start off with the firework mortar, and where you're going to find that is go into your work build shop, and you're going to go to, I think it's in resources. Oh my gosh, now I forgot. Let's find out where it is. Let's look together. Maybe it's not in resources. I think it might be in power. And let's go to miscellaneous. There it is. Yeah. Okay, I was right. What I said first was wrong, but so you have two different types of mortars. You've got your vertical, or like a 45-degree angle, and then you've got one that goes just straight up. So what I did is I put 6 of them. Or wait, no, I actually added a couple just a minute ago before I did the fireworks show. So originally I started out with 6, and then I paired up a couple. Anyway, this is these are my ones that just go straight up. And then I have these set up that go 45. And I loaded them with 20 rounds, 20 volleys of gold and 20 volleys of red at first. And not all of them. I split it up into 7. So I picked 7 mortars, 3 on this side, 3 over there that have 20 of the gold and red. And then I just went and just sparingly put the rest that I had. I had like, what do we got, 14 yellows, and then I also had 14 pink, and then the crackle I just kind of threw in there. But I wanted them to go at the end. So the cool thing about the fireworks show, or the fireworks, is that it's even though it's alphabetized here, you see how it says peony pink and then peony red. I loaded the red ones first, and even though alphabetically it's arranged this way when you go into your inventory of it, whatever you load in first is going to shoot off, is going to volley first, and then whatever. So the pinks, you know, when you watch my fireworks show that I just did, all 20 of the red shot off first, and then the pinks. And then, so if you want something to go, like I wanted the red and the gold to shoot together, which is why I put 20 reds and then 20 gold. So here you see that, 20 gold, 20 red. And then 20 gold and 20 red. And then I loaded these ones up. See how I had the 20 golds in here as well. And then after the 20 gold went off, I loaded silver, blue, and green. And then I put silver, blue, and green in like 3 other mortars on the other side as well. And then the crackle, I think I threw them in there. Let's see where I put the crackles. Okay, so I've got 5 crackles over here, and I probably put 5 crackles in the other one as well. So that's the explanation of how I loaded it, and then how you can get your fireworks show to customize it. Like if you want to do the a specific color arrangement, then you can. You don't have to worry about it. But here's the thing that you're going to want to do before you load any fireworks into your mortars. Don't have it set up with active power. You know, don't have this line, the power line live. I put mine on a pressure plate. That way I can only have the power going whenever I want. There's another way you could probably do it with let's see here. There's switches and conduit, connectors and switches. There's the pressure plate is here. You can also maybe do a tripwire, a delayed on switch. This might work even better, because some of the things, the problems I was having with the pressure plate is I'm looking down to see if I step on it, and then I kind of miss the first part of the show sometimes. This is one that I'm thinking I might switch to, is the toggle firing target toggle, because you can just set it up, and I use this at one of my other settlements for the cages, so you can just shoot it, and then it'll turn the power on, and then whenever you want the power to turn off, you shoot it again. That's it. It's real simple. And let's see here. See what I just did? See, I just accidentally set off. But hey, that's kind of part of the tutorial, or kind of to show you what it is. This is how it works. Now, what I did here is I found out that if you just leave this the pressure plate exposed, which is another reason why I might switch to the firing one, is your settlers will walk over it and set it off, and then your fireworks go off. And I was over here loading it, trying to put the fireworks in it, and the freaking settler came and set it off while I was still setting it up. So that's why I put this kind of a perimeter around it, or this fencing around it, and so far it's worked. It's worked out. Nobody's been able to their path that they travel. It tends to be right around the border, the outer skirts of this little toxic pond. So I haven't had any issues since adding the fence. Then I just came into the other problem, which was user error. So that's why I might switch to the firing toggle. What else do you want to know about that? Okay, another thing about the mortars, or just your settlement in general, you see on the top right of the HUD where it says size. I had to eliminate some stuff because I couldn't build any more mortars because I had too much stuff in my settlement. So I had to start deleting, or scrapping some of the things that I had a wall here I had to get rid of. So keep that in mind. The primary purpose of my settlement here, Starlight, is kind of this firework display. So to not be able to have a lot of mortars, I'm going to add more. That's something that I had to learn, and for you guys to keep in mind if you want to do something like this. If you want to see how big you can go with a fireworks show, I'm going to put some more mortars over here. You're going to have to sacrifice other things, because we all know if you're into building settlements, you run out of the size caps out, and some of the, I don't know what does. I think Spectacle Island might be a pretty large. You can build a pretty grand scale settlement there. Anyway, so as the description of this video says, this is just to kind of explain my setup and why I chose to do it this way, and why I may switch it out. Also, because if I switch to the fire toggle, then I can get rid of this, which will fix another issue. When I want to add more mortars, like here, I'll show you. Let me just go ahead and do it. Let's go into miscellaneous. Let's do this. Let's see what the junk. I've never used this. That's gonna be crazy. And we'll put a couple more mortars in here. Let's see how many we can do before we run out of space. Before we run out of. Whoops. I didn't realize they were all. And I'm only doing this just to show you guys how many you can get in here before you run out of like that little bit of size that I had left on my. Okay, look, nothing more can be built. So how many did we do? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
How was it day?
12, 13, about 20. My day was very relaxing. Thank you for asking.
Mean, how was your day?
Yeah, I understand. My day was pretty relaxing. I spent most of it with playing games with my daughter. You know, I think earlier this morning you saw we were playing Star Wars, and yeah. Oh, another thing, I don't think I can even power this up with when it says you can't build anymore. Nothing else can be built. Like, let's try to attach a wire. Oh, good. Okay, I just learned something. You can attach a wire. I thought maybe it was gonna, like, there's nothing else that you can do. How about you? You have a good day today, Katie?
Anyone else out there knows what that thing does? You come see your old friend Traffic Lonely
I
Mile.
want to see what this thing does.
You up to date.
Okay, let's activate. What the heck?
Just try to
Okay, so it's gonna shoot him off in this
I
direction.
dare you.
Yes, I did.
Uranium
I want to rotate it.
It was great.
Good. I'm glad you had a good day. A great day, actually. So it's activated. How do you put stuff in? It says on the description that you have. It says when junk. Let's go back to the description of this thing. It says fires objects dropped inside it when powered. Oh.
Yo Dorkside, I just donated 2 Gs to the Trump campaign just to make liberals cry.
Trump. What's up, Trump, my joy? So you're back. Yeah, you were on the other day with us. Make the liberals cry. I try not to get political on stuff like this, like streams. But that's funny. Let's see. What was I gonna do? So I want to see how this thing works. I think you have to physically put stuff in it. It won't just like you can't just like store stuff like the mortar. So here, let's scrap this because I don't have enough. I can't power it. Yeah, it's not powered. So I guess with this one you can run. It's not like the mortars where you can run active a lot. You can make it live, have a power continuously run to it, and it won't fire until you put something in it. So let's see how that mortar works. Where's a line? Do I have any? Let's move it. Let's move it over here. We're gonna scrap this line. Store, yes. Move it over to my closer to here where I can shoot some stuff off. Have you guys used this?
You know how lions and hyenas are sworn enemies? Same situation with the Republicans and liberals.
Yeah, they like to divide us. Definitely do like to keep us divided. Okay, so we have this thing is active. Oh, I didn't even check. That's a new. Okay,
I
so
had to start over in Fallout. I was so mad.
Oh man. Wait, you mean today? Katie, did you have to start over today? How do you feel about that?
Your power is weak.
Vader thinks it's because your power is all weak. Did you lose like your what do you call it? Your hard drive? Did it crash or something? Or did you? I've accidentally saved over a slot. Okay, this is confusing me. I need to figure out how this thing works. So I've activated it. Oh wait, yeah, I didn't do it earlier.
Yesterday during the stream my player glitched out.
Right, yeah, I was watching the last time I watched your stream, it just stopped. Was that the same day we're talking about? Was that the same time we're talking about? Okay, how do you transfer stuff into this? Maybe I have to have junk. I don't think I even have any junk on me. Let me see in my inventory.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Okay, I don't have any junk on me, so that's probably why it's not giving me the option. Maybe we have to get some scrap. Transfer. There we go. Junk. Well, I'm not gonna save over this, so it doesn't matter. Oh man, I'm gonna send the monkey into space.
Better days, hasn't it?
Why did I do that? Why did I carry too much? Okay, I'm not gonna make you guys struggle watching me try to walk all the way over there. Let's go back to my junk. How much weight do I have? 2 pounds? Yarn's not fun. Fiberglass. Whoa, I'm not gonna. Okay, we got it. Let's go see what happens when we send the monkey into the mortar. Okay. Wait.
Your daughter is beautiful.
Thank you. She's a ham. Okay, so you can angle it in different ways. I wonder if this is a weapon. I'm getting frustrated with this thing. I mean, not to where I'm gonna like pull my hair out or anything, but you know, I like things to be dummy proof. And oh wait, do I actually have to like throw it in? Let me read the description one more time, because maybe it's just me not understanding how it was read. It says, fires objects dropped inside it when powered. Okay, so let's do that. Let's drop something in there.
Bing Crosby, hell of a positive guy.
Where's Bojangles? Okay, drop.
Time for yet another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old
I think you can
sailing
pick
ship
things up, right?
stranded
You
on
can.
top of a building downtown? Reports from the area suggest it'd be a good idea to avoid the ship at all costs.
Come on,
Now,
it's powered.
believe it or not, you'll have to shift your gaze much, much higher.
Okay, this thing's
You
a
heard
waste
it
of.
here. The ship somehow
Somebody spent
managed to
hours
come
and hours
airborne
probably
and
making
launched
this.
itself in a different building
You know,
downtown. How?
programmer and designer
I suggest you
designed
just
this
roll with it,
thing,
folks.
and it's not doing
It's
anything.
crazy,
It's powered,
but it's true.
right?
Keep it tuned to Diamond City Radio for
It's
all
got
the
power.
news, no matter how weird.
I dropped some stuff in it.
You consider yourself a mighty, mighty man? I know I do.
Come on,
But then,
do something
we can't all
cool.
be Travis Lonely Miles.
She loves that Star Wars game. Originally, a friend of mine bought the Star Wars game for me for Christmas. I started playing it. I didn't get past the first moon, and she took over. And I didn't think she was going to be able to play it. She's only 4, and you know the PS4 controller. I didn't think it would be easy for a kid to kind of understand how to look around, up, down, and then also walk forward. Let alone the combination of buttons. You know, when you're playing Star Wars, there's times when you're one of the parts that she was having a difficult time that she figured out like about a week ago, when you're sliding down the ice and then you've got to jump across a ravine or a cliff, and then you've got to not just jump it, you have to land on the wall and you've got to grab it. It doesn't automatically grab, so you're doing
Is it a good game?
I like it. It's a fun game, especially because me and my daughter are able to play it together. Well, I watch her play now. So that's
Nice
kind
being on
of
the move again.
a bonding
Do a paper
experience,
custom back
the
home.
playing Star Wars Fallen Kingdom with her. But like I said, you know, the button combination that she did, I was impressed that she was able to do that. So, you know, proud dad moment. You know, she, because you have to jump across the ravine as you're sliding, so you're trying to keep your perspective with these buttons. You know, she's got to move it to go left and right. at first I messed with her. I told her, I was like, I was like, no, you gotta lean. She's like, you know, whenever we get into the game, you kind of lean even though you don't have to. So I told her you had to do that, and it was funny. Or I got a laugh out of it. But then when you jump over a ravine, you hit the wall, and you've got to push the L2 to grab it. And then I was like, wow, she actually did it. You know, there's another one where you got a wall run, so you jump and then you can wall run at a certain part, and that's kind of automatic. For whatever reason, he'll automatically do that, which is great. You don't have to push another button to activate it. But then you have to jump off at the right time, and then you have to grab the wall at the right time. And then there's the double jump feature, and fortunately, I know we're playing Fallout here. Fortunately, Fallen Order has a different setting, so you can have like Grandmaster Jedi level, yes, or you can go down to where the story mode. We're more of a story mode game, element. What do you call it? Novice level, and that's what she's playing at. I mean, she's only 4. It makes it more fun, but it's not without difficulty. I mean, you can't just stand there and you're not in God mode. You still take a beating.
Do you think I should use a face cam for my streams to make the vids better?
That's okay. Remember we were talking earlier about we had discussed like streaming advice that I was researching, and one of the guys who's a top tier streamer, his advice to us is yes, get a camera, because otherwise you're just watching someone play the game, and while for me that could also be fun. Like the other day, I was watching your gameplay, and I was having fun watching the full screen gameplay, no other distractions, because I don't really want to go back at this point to play the Institute mission all over again at level 15-20. I'm a level 80 character right now. Not that it really matters. I think after like level 25-30, you're pretty much as powerful as you need to be, and the game is fun at that level. Right now, there's sometimes you've got to challenge yourself by dumbing down your character, like taking off certain armor's pieces, not walking around in your power armor, getting a weapon that doesn't one-shot everybody. Sometimes in order to make it fun again, because you got all these elements like the Psycho Jet and all that, and you don't even get to use them anymore when you're one-shotting a raider, or even what was I taking on, a Deathclaw? I one-shotted an albino Deathclaw, and I don't use mods. This is my gameplay is really vanilla. I have the add-ons, but I don't have any like crazy mods. What are we talking about? So I would say yes. I think anybody who's streaming should get a camera, because then it makes it more personal. We can interact a little. You can interact a little differently. You get to know a little bit more about the person, like you said, your background, what's going on in your room. They were like, clean up the clutter. Like this, I have basically a miniature movie studio that I film in, and it makes it fun for me and my daughter too. When I tell her, hey, it's not just about playing the game. Hey, let's go stream, or let's go play the game. It's like, hey, you want to go into the Megazord and play Star Wars, and she just lights up. I mean, she can't get into a costume fast enough, and she loves cosplay. Okay, and like this, this video was meant to be about, just explaining my setup, and I actually see it looks like one other person joined, my fireworks setup and why I do it this way, but then it just goes on onto something else because of the interactive, the way you can interact with the audience. And so let me explain, for if I'm right, there's someone else on the channel. Let me explain my setup one more time, and the problem that I had with fireworks that I don't want you guys to have if you've never used fireworks. Don't have your mortars running. Don't have power running to your mortar live. Have it on a pressure plate, like I do, or the other one is like a toggle, some type of toggle, so that you can control when you want the fireworks to go off. Otherwise, as soon as you drop
I will get a camera then. Thanks for the advice. I just want my vids to be the best they can be.
yeah, I mean, it's I think at this point, Fallout has the following that are still watching the streams. Most of them probably already know how to play the game, and the people that are going to be watching your streams are people like me that if you started the Institute mission again, then I'm going to watch that. That way, I don't have to spend the hours to do it all over again. And I get to enjoy watching somebody else's way of playing it. Because if I play it, I'm going to play it exactly the way I did last time. And then when I see somebody else play, I'm like, oh, wow, maybe I didn't think about that.
If you're from out of town,
and then you kind of, and then it's fun because you're kind of supporting people that at this point, I feel like the people that are still playing Fallout, especially the streamers, they're playing it because they love this game. Once again, okay, about the mortars. As soon as you put firework into one of these firework mortars, it goes off like right away. No delay whatsoever. If you have a live active power going to it, so the tripwire, the pressure plate, or some type of toggle is my recommendation. And spread them out. You know, spread out your mortars to and use take advantage of having the two different types. The one that goes straight vertical, and then the 45-degree angle one. And if you guys can figure out how the heck this junk launcher is supposed to work, please let me know. I want to know how this thing works. I mean, as soon as I get off the channel here, I'll probably go check it out. I'll probably go on YouTube and do some research. Somebody's probably figured it out. I wish it was easy. It probably is. I just didn't do it right. But yeah, here's a... Let me see. Let me show you the difference between I have to delete some stuff so that I can build the other switch. All right, we're gonna go to let's try this one. What is the switched power? This is a switched power pylon. Let's see if that works, if I can do it that way. Again, what I was saying was the only problem I'm having with the pressure plate is that watch, when I walk on it to make sure it's on and it's live, I could possibly miss some of the show. And then there's times when I go to the watch, I actually walk off while I'm in the middle of the show, and then it stops, and then you get that delay, and it kind of sucks. So let's go here. We're going to scrap this. And we're going to run these wires. Okay. Oops. What the heck just happened? Oh, it's live. Okay, so turn it off. That's what I meant. Like, if you have power going to your mortars, they just go off. Like, as soon as you put something in there. This might be the way to do it. Okay, I'm probably going to switch this out, because I kind of... There we go. Turn it on. Back and watch the show. And my other recommendation, if you're still watching, do it at night. So don't do that in the day. I'm glad I did this walkthrough. Why I originally did this was pressure plate was version 1.0 or 2.0. Version 1.0 was just I ran a live wire straight to it.
Thanks for agreeing to help.
There was no yeah, you're welcome. There was no interruption, delay, or toggle at all between the power to the mortar, and as soon as I loaded a firework in there, boom, started going off. That sucked. So now I figured out to do a toggle between it, and the first one I did was the pressure plate, which I don't like anymore because two reasons. One being user error. I was walking onto it and then falling off, and then it stopped the show. Second one was your settlers. If you don't put a fence or something around it, your settlers will, from time to time,
I started YouTube because I love to play video games.
Started YouTube because you like, yeah, I mean, same reason. One of the same reasons I started a YouTube channel was I like playing these games, and then my brother asked me to do some tutorial videos for him, but he's a truck driver, so unfortunately he can't like just take in all the information and immediately apply it. So he asked me as a favor. He's like, hey, can you make some tutorial videos for me on this game? Like, see right there, if that fence wasn't there, she would have walked right over the pressure plate, and that's why I don't use. That's why I fenced around it. The other problem with this is it takes resources, or you only have a certain amount of things you can put in your settlement before it caps out in size, and you know, unnecessary things like some stuff like this is like you shouldn't have.
Did
to have
my audio work the last 2 streams?
No, I didn't hear. I heard the game, but I didn't hear you. And I did that earlier today. I was playing Star Wars. I was playing. Man, I forgot what I did. But there was something I thought was pretty fun in my video, and then I went to rewatch it, and I found out that I had the freaking mic on mute the whole time. And somebody joined in, and they were saying like, I think it was you. You probably just said hi, and then you who, I don't know who it was, but somebody said hi, and I said hi back to them and tried to find out who it was, but there was nothing. We weren't able to communicate because I had the mic off. So that was my problem. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, so I think that to sum up my setup, this is version 3.0. I added those mortars over there. My advice is to definitely have a toggle switch between your mortars and your power. Mix it up. Go into your workstation. Take advantage of all the different.
That was me. I had to leave and take care of the emoji dog.
Oh, okay.
I'm very
You had to take care of the dog. That's understandable.
I didn't know what we were going to do.
So about your channel, you've had your channel for how long now? Did you say about a year? And then, let's see.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, you kind of have to love this game if you're still playing it, and after streaming live for a year and still playing, this game, then, you either love both gaming and streaming. I'm sure I've showed you this settlement before, but since we're here, let me do another walkthrough. This is so I've themed this one after basically a movie studio, and I thought a movie studio would have pyrotechnics, so that's why whenever I had my other settlements, I was like, why would I use fireworks? Why would I have fireworks at some of these other places? It just doesn't make sense. And then when I built this settlement, I was like, oh, there we go. Now I can.
Fallout is one of my fav games all time.
Yeah, me too. Love this game. And I'm learning something new all the time. The add-ons that I have, like I just went into Vault 88 a couple of days ago. I've had the add-on for ever since it came out, but I never went into Vault 88.
Huh? Smith, everyone.
What else is going on here? Okay, let me I don't want to save here. I already because I built some stuff that I'm different, like the mortar thing. I'm not gonna. I need to reload from my last save point, and then I can progress from there on. So it's probably gonna. When I go into load, I think it kicks off the the video, like the
That's
stream,
right.
but I think you can still talk. Let me load my last save. I'll be right back. I'm still here. What other games did you say you play? You play sports games, right, Katie?
Yes.
Cool. You know what? I was going to ask you. I keep forgetting. Are you still? Yeah, you're still there. Okay. Did you? I've never seen how to find other people on YouTube like that are streaming. Like the only reason I found your channel because I was specifically looking for it. How did you find? Because I think the first time you logged into my channel, I was streaming through YouTube, not Twitch, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to just go on YouTube and see people that I don't know already, that I'm already following, and see that they're playing a game that I'm interested in, especially streaming live. I know that's kind of a long answer, but if you could somehow answer that, I mean, especially texting. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I can progress, or do I want to? Did I load the wrong one? Because I specifically went in and I used like 180 of my adhesive.
Handy, aren't ya?
Let's see here. Firework. Yeah, I had 150 something Tato.
You search the game and filter the search how you want.
So you go into YouTube and you go to search, or you used YouTube's filters. So maybe if I ask this way, and then you could just say yes or no, that'll be faster for you, and rather than you having to answer. So when you went on, let's say that the first day you found my channel, you went on to YouTube, if I'm understanding this right, and you searched Fallout 4 gameplay.
Anything I can do?
Let's see.
Yes.
Okay, and then you know it does what YouTube does. It shows thumbnails, and then it'll show like who's live. Because I've seen that before, like when I've looked for something. But I've actually never seen where. But I never looked for gameplay. I usually just look for tutorials on certain games, especially this one. Like I'll go Fallout 4, and then Power Armor locations, or Fallout 4 settlement happiness, so I can better understand that. And I know I said I was going to progress from here. You know, let me just run around the wasteland.
I filter it to live streams for Fallout 4.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, have you had better luck on YouTube versus Twitch? Because I haven't seemed to be able to find any audience on Twitch at all. Is that War Covenant? Oh yeah, I need to go to Covenant. Okay, where am I? Right now, I'm gonna walk there. Let me put a beacon to Covenant. I have to go there to...
I get more views on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I found. I mean, it's interesting to me because I thought the opposite. I thought Twitch would be the faster way to find an audience because Twitch is mainly just all live streams. I mean, it's not a whole bunch of video clips. I mean, they do have, like, you can go to someone's specific channel and you can see that they've stored clips, but they expire after a while. You know, I think it's like 15 days or something where if I made something today, 15 days later, it's gonna cycle out. Where YouTube, you can, you'll keep that thing on there for years. So I thought that, Twitch would be the easier way to find people that are playing something you're interested in, and plus it shows you. It's interesting how Twitch's HUD is. You go in and it says 400 people viewing right now, and then you go into that, like Fallout 4, you click on the thumbnail of Fallout 4, tells you how many people are viewing it right now, and then it breaks it down into each channel and if they're live or not.
I'm hoping by end of the year my channel is way bigger and more subs, views.
I think a camera is definitely going to help. It can't hurt. And then, if somebody doesn't want to, what do you call it? Not that somebody doesn't want to watch your channel, but what is this guy? What the heck? I've probably never talked to him ever.
Don't scare the fish, asshole.
Sorry, I hope that wasn't too loud in your ears when I just laughed.
People are mucking around the shore at all hours, scaring my fish.
Not expecting.
Go find your own fishing spot.
Clear
out.
Okay, I will. I'm sorry. Gotta respect that guy. That was funny. I stopped walking around the Raceland and finding these funny little interactions because, you fast travel everywhere. Whoa, what's in there? Is there something in the water? Is that just me? Is there something cool in here? Or was I just seeing a reflection of my TV? I found like a few sets of power.
I'm cuddle up with my dog Angel.
Oh, that's... What kind of dog? Wait, I think you told me what kind of dog it was before, didn't you? Wait, what's this? Drink it? Oh no, I'm not gonna drink the water. Okay, this is a plane crash, which means there could be some pretty cool loot in here. Let's go to my inventory and get rid of the toxin. Rad-X is resist. Out of the way. Stand back, and we're gonna.
Black Lab hybrid mix.
Oh, Black Lab. Okay, I used to have a Black Lab. I had a golden retriever when I was like 8, but then went to. Shouldn't there be a set of power armor around? I probably already got it, and it's probably one of the ones that doesn't respawn. Shouldn't there be some power? Whoa, goodness gracious! It's like dark in here. Like I'm in my garage, my workshop alone. That freaked me out. Okay, I should have expected. So I get really into these games. Like I'm focused right now. I'm trying to, especially when I'm trying to like look and see something. Golly, that Piper scared the crap out of me. So you saying you have to start the game all over? Does that mean that you're But did you save over on accident, or it just completely crashed and your hard drive is fried? So here's another theme that I have going on at the Covenant. So I came back to the Covenant, and it had been a long time since I played this game. And when I came back, apparently, whatever you find out that's going on in the Covenant...
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
My hard drive fine but Fallout corrupted file.
Oh, that sucks.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
Well, I mean, it'll be kind of fun watching you play from the beginning, because I'll watch it whenever I get a chance to... Anyway, so here's what's going on with my Covenant. So I came back a week ago, came across Covenant, and then realized that it can become a settlement. But of course, you know, the people were angry with me when I came in, and they started shooting at me, and I had to kill them all. And I felt bad because they're not raiders, and they're not.
Have you watched my streams for today?
No, I was with my daughter all day, and we played. Like my setup is all out here in my garage, and unfortunately, it's kind of cold. So we didn't stay out here for long. We played Star Wars and a little bit of this, and then she wanted to go inside. And then we went in and just kind of spent the rest of the day inside the house. And I just now got back out here today. But were you able to stream Fallout today? Oh, because you started over. So you started over today?
You gotta love butcher people, or love to hate them.
And so here's what's going on. I had to kill them all. Felt really bad about it. And then their bodies they don't leave. So I'm like, well, this sucks. I don't want a settlement.
Well, I did 2 streams today, and yes.
Okay, cool. I'll check them out. And so then I thought, well, dang, what's the natural resource here at Covenant? Because generally, whenever I
If we had a good supply of clean water, things would be pretty good.
I try to see what I can do with it as far as resources go. And it's not really a settlement where you can do a whole lot of water or food. And I was like, man, I'm going to make this into a sweatshop. So I'm going to build a whole bunch of these scrapping racks. And then this guy is meant to look like he's like an Overwatch. Like this is basically a compound where they have to work, and if they get out of line, this is what he'll do to them, and they can't wear anything because like if you like in the movies when you see someone working at a drug facility and they don't let them wear anything so they know they're not stealing the stuff. So in this environment, that's what it's meant to look like for me. And that's what I do when I get settlements. I try to find out how I can make it funny or entertaining. But yeah, as soon as I get a chance. What did I say I had to come here? Oh, I know. I needed to come and see what's going on. I just set this up like a couple days ago. I have plenty of beds, and I need to see it. What did she say? They need water? Oh, I've got no water. Well, that's not cool. We only have 8 people, so we can go with a real simple water supply one. We don't need anything too crazy. Do I have a generator here? Probably not. Oh, and then here's what's funny. When you take over Covenant and you set up your own turret, if you didn't destroy all the turrets, like if there was a turret here that was still theirs, and it wasn't shooting at me once I took over, so I thought I was going to be able to use it. I had destroyed this one, so I put my own up, and then mine targeted the original one that was there and blew it up. So they don't like each other. It was fun. It was really hilarious. Let's put some water in. So I need about 10 water. There you go. Come on. There it is. Yeah, that'll be funny. See, I put it here because it looks like as though the person was taking like an extended water break and they got punished for it. Okay, I think you need, let's see if 2 will make them shut up, because I don't want to build any more than I have to. Let's see. And how many people do I have here?
Need something?
No. I need to find out
What do you need?
who doesn't have a job. Okay. Are all these assigned for resources?
Okay. Got it.
So, two people. Two more.
Sure.
Oh, that was weird. And she was Johnny on the spot.
Sure.
And you're the last one.
Okay.
My
I fixed
brother-
the audio for today's stream.
Oh, cool. Great. I have my, I just learned how to do text to audio. I had it before, like the first time I streamed. I think I clicked on everything, every feature you could have for streaming, and I at some point had turned it off and didn't realize what I did. I like that feature better because the other day, I think some people were, or you and somebody else was chatting, and I didn't really see it. I was so focused on the game, and I didn't look, over into the column where the texting was. Plus, I don't like how it takes up so much of the space of your screen, all that chat, especially when I don't have like 100-something people chatting with me. And it seems like so much wasted space of the screen.
So hopefully it worked and you heard me talk.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. So, what do you think? This is kind of a crazy, a crazy thing to do with this settlement. When your game was still working, did you ever take over the Covenant as a settlement?
Yes?
See if there's anything useful in here. I still haven't gone inside the whole compound.
Once.
Hot plates are useful. And fans. We don't need that. What is that, a sweet roll? We can store. Yeah, I run out of sprue. Wow, look at these. They have books, like actual books. That's cool. Some of the decor I don't like to get rid of if I don't have to, because, these are things that you can't make in the game, and plus it takes forever. I mean, something like this, you can't really set something like this up. This is okay, scrap. But like that, I mean, yeah, you can make this table, but you can't really make this. So I think that's kind of cool. Cigars are worth quite a bit, though. But I'm doing okay with bottle caps. I don't need to. If I had found this early on, level 10, I'd be scrapping the heck out of those cigars. So.
I need to put you as a mod on my channel. You would be a good one.
Put me as a mod? What do you mean? What does that mean? I haven't gotten into the mod. I remember you asked me the other day if I played with mods, and I'm like I said, I'm not against it. I just haven't gotten into that. I've been able to play this game all this time without having to explore that. Because I know once I get into modding, if that's what you're talking about, it's gonna take so much of my time. Not that I don't want to. That's not what I mean. I just know how obsessive I get obsessed with like details. One of my compounds. Oh my gosh, or I keep calling them compounds. One of my settlements. It took me weeks, and it's not even the best settlement. I've seen other people that make some pretty impressive stuff, but like for example, my second floor in Sanctuary is nothing but mannequins, and I meticulously go through and put on the right attire, and then now I'm at the point
I'm talking about on YouTube. You could mod someone for your channel.
You could mod someone for
I'm sure many of you have
You know,
heard
I'm so
tales
naive. I don't
of
know
the
what that
Railroad,
means.
a group working to
On
free
YouTube,
citizens
you could
who were trying to
mod.
escape the
Oh, you mean like? Huh?
While it's impossible
No,
to
I really
say
don't
for
know what that
sure,
means.
they may actually
What am I looking for? I'm
If
looking for a
so,
place to show you.
makes
Okay,
sense that
let's
they're
go to.
keeping a low profile. It's a dangerous idea and is met by some very mixed reactions around the Commonwealth. I guess if
Let
you
me
are
show
out
you
there,
what I mean. I have to
luck
go
not getting
into Sanctuary because I'm still working on getting my mannequins with the type of clothes to be in the same, like, that have the similar style into each. Actually, I was going to build a store in something that looked like a department store in Sanctuary, like a clothing store, and then put them in there. Like floor one is children or is men's and women's. I mean, a department for men and women's. Man, I wish I could understand what you mean by a mod on somebody's YouTube channel.
Go to your live stream, go to live chat, click my channel picture, you will see what I'm talking about.
Okay, so go to my Hold on. Do I go to your channel? I'm sorry. Do I go to your channel again? Say that one more time. It says I'm talking about YouTube. You can mod someone. Okay, I'm on my channel.
World is bigger than strong news.
Next up is Big
Oh, Mighty.
Maybell, bringing the house down with a whole lot of shaking going on.
I'm gonna try and do what you
Go
just
to
said.
your channel live stream.
Okay, I'm on my channel, and I'm on my live stream. I'm actually watching my live stream on my channel right now.
And click live chat.
Where is that? Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. Okay, so I'm on live chat. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by the community. Okay. Alright. So now do I click on your channel? Or your... So right now I'm watching on my phone my channel, and I'm on live chat. What's next? Here. I could just show you. Okay. So there is... Can you even see that? Oh, man. So I'm on live chat. Let's... oh, this was fun. I was able to put one of my settlers in a set of power armor. Permanently. Like, they don't come out of it.
We find milk of humankind
Where is he?
soon.
He's usually hanging around here somewhere.
Strong getting hungry.
There he is.
Want someone to eat.
I don't know why he won't go to his guard station. He's assigned as a defensive unit.
That was the deal, right?
Yeah. Wait, who is he?
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Of course.
Yeah, he's just a regular settler. Okay, let me see here.
So much walking. Want to do more fighting?
No one ever gets inside this set of armor. I left it here with a fusion core on purpose, because I was hoping that settler that's running, that's working on the here, would jump inside it.
Oh boy,
But nope.
that's a lot of metal.
So you'll put it back where it belongs.
You got my message.
I'm getting messages, like I can see when you text, it shows your comments in the comment section, but I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do. I'm on my live channel and I'm on live chat. And that's all I see, is what you just said. I see everything that we've been saying since we've been talking. Since you joined the channel, it shows all of the text messages, or the texts.
I can patch you up if...
So, this is what I'm working on now. We were talking about, my ADD when it comes to my settlement. Now I need to break these down into categories, since I have as many outfits as I've been able to find in the wasteland, and I've stuck them on mannequins. Now what I want to do is separate them into categories. Raiders, armor based, regular apparel, a men's department. So I want to make a
Nice being on the move again.
I want to make one of these
Back home.
one of my lots here.
Click on my profile.
Okay. Click on your profile. Go to channel, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user, add moderator.
Got work to do.
Go to channel. Okay, so I went to your channel after I clicked on your profile. So what I want to do is maybe take some real estate here in Sanctuary and move these mannequins, which that's going to take forever, to create like a department store look. Or what I'll probably do is just build another floor to this. What I need, oh man, there's so many things that I want to do now that I've been looking into the mods, not the mods, but the add-ons that I never used when they first came out.
Farming's as honest work gets.
Add as a moderator is what I was taking about.
Oh, so if I go to add as moderator, what does that actually mean? So I click on your name, add moderator. What does that mean?
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
You can fix just about anything.
Guns, where would be a good place to build a department store? Man. What I need to do is rebuild this all over again. Man, that's going to take a long time. Because I have a new design I want to do with this. Man.
It means when you stream I keep the chat friendly.
Okay, let me see. I'm just going to have to test it out then. So there and there. Katie, the Savage Gaming, is now a moderator for your channel.
I'm afraid I'm not much use in the fight anymore. But
back in the day.
To better understand what that means, I just had to just do it. Okay, what is going on here? I have a lounge that I built on the 3rd floor. Man, and all my apartments are on the 4th floor. If I did this...
It's a cool feature YouTube added.
Yeah, it's one of those features that it's so new, and then I'm so new to streaming, I don't really get it. So I'll just have to do it in order to understand it. So yeah, I added you as a moderator. I feel bad for this person. Okay, so if everybody has a job in your settlement, and there's no one that just kind of just walks around and takes advantage of the parts of your settlement that are like the bar. This lady works at the bar all day. No one comes up here because they're working, and the only time they come here is when they get off work, and then so she's got to stay here all day cleaning that table over and over until the sun goes down, and then she has to serve everybody drinks, and then she goes to bed like when everybody else goes to bed. I know it's just a game, but man, it's funny when you I go to sleep and I think about these things. Like, man, that lady that I saw, I need to let
Can't
her
remember
out of
the last
job.
time I had clean fingernails.
Oh my gosh, if I have to redo this settlement, which I probably am not going to have a hard time redoing this. I'll probably have more fun building it the second time than the way I have it set up this time, because now my understanding of the add-ons is better.
Enjoyed that last number.
Let's see. I started
You folks out there listening to
a
Diamond
2.0 of that.
It's basically I could put people into Muay from your channel block if they break the rules or being rude and mean.
Oh,
We've had them in
there you go.
rotation for a while now. And they're
Kind of
fun
like a
little
secondary admin. I guess the way it
Now
said
it seems
moderator.
the
It's like,
adventure
what does
has
that mean?
begun.
But I get it.
That's
It's like it's not so much an admin,
Commonwealth
but
now
yeah,
has its
moderator makes
very
perfect
own
sense.
superhero in the form of the Silver
What do I need to
Or at
do?
least
It's very helpful.
dressing up like him.
Well, I appreciate
Crime
it.
and Good Neighbor has a new enemy, it seems. Why would someone don that costume? Your guess is as good as
What
mine.
should I do?
Probably better,
Give me
in fact.
something to do.
Good
I
Neighbor
was
resident
thinking of
Kent
coming in here
Connolly
and
swears that he was
kind of
actually
reorganizing
rescued by
my.
this Tommy gun
I know
toting
what I can
hero.
do. I haven't gotten around to do this.
So
in a
I
while.
guess if you're out there and thinking about breaking the law, you might want to consider steering
could play
clear
a mission,
of Good
but
Build something.
Or else
yeah,
the
I'm gonna
Shroud might come after you. Here are the ink
transfer some
spots
stuff.
with their take on being in love.
Go scrap. I need to build a new warehouse, a new display area. Weapons workbench.
Always a little jealous of folks who could craft something other than a paragraph.
So I have this area over here.
How long have you been on? I missed part of it.
You didn't miss much. I kind of covered it up when you came on.
I'm glad to be rid of him.
So I did the fireworks show, and then right after I was done with the fireworks show, I ended that stream, came back on to explain how I did my fireworks setup, and then I discussed it multiple. I basically said the same thing.
Fist was weak leader.
Over and over
Strong
again.
glad to be rid of him.
So I don't think you really missed.
Strong want
anything.
to smash something.
Okay.
That's good. I don't like miss stuff.
Yeah, me too. That's why it's hard for me to play the missions in this game. I walk by a baseball or ashtray and I'm like, I gotta have it. You know, I freaks, it messes with me. I hate leaving things left undone. Let's see. This is something I need to redo. I have got. This is supposed to be my trophy room, and
World is bigger than strong new.
Better. Don't really like it.
Strong hope we find milk of humankind.
I built
soon.
this before they had the. Is there anything in here? Before they had the ability to do the concrete floors, the wooden concrete floors. So I was always having a hard time. Same thing with this. If they would have had concrete floors back in the day, oh man, this thing would have looked so much better. So let's see, where can I build? Man. You know, Sanctuary is going to have to be one of these ones I'm going to have to come back to. I haven't done anything in Starlight. Maybe that's a place to start. I've been neglecting, not Starlight, the island. Spectacle Island? I have not.
I need help building a store.
What do you mean? Let's go to the Spectacle Island. I haven't done anything there. Oh wait. There's a place I think I need to fix. Since I'm going to build some, I don't want to mess with Sanctuary. It'd take me too long.
For trading and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I build the general stores first because, and the biggest one you can. My advice is because they're the ones that have like the shipments. Like whenever you're running out of, rubber and steel or whatever, they generally at least have that. Where armor, you get all that stuff in the wasteland. There's one of my farms I wanted to redo, so I'll do that. I'll build a new farm because I can't mess with Sanctuary right now. I got tired just thinking about it. Like if I destroy all 3 stories of that and the mannequins, and then man, it'd take me an hour just to get all the clothing off.
Do you think there will ever be a Fallout 5?
I don't see why not. Man. Well, they are still doing pretty good with the add-ons here, right? What do you think? Yeah, this is the one I wanted to redo because I don't really like how this house is set up on this. So, is anybody in here? Can I destroy this without making anybody mad? Let's quick save. But yeah, I think that they would do a Fallout 5.
I love the add-ons, it makes the game great.
This is gonna be crazy. Look at those beds. Floating. I love that feature, how it does that. You can build structures really high by building the floor and then the wall, then the floor, then the wall, and then you just delete the floors and you've got these really intense structures. That was before the warehouse was available. Like that's what everybody was trying to build when the game first came out, was like warehouses, and then now they made it easier. That's funny. I have a little bit of a better understanding of how like the raiding works and how the you really don't have to build a fortress around your settlement. And I used to try doing that at first. Okay, I've got 15 people here. I need to build a better kind of like what I like to do is build a store, a bar, because bars increase happiness. And then I like to like some kind of lounge. So let's start with the foundation. Structures. Concrete. Oops, got too much. Wow, I had one nice bed in the whole place. I probably could have stored them and saved myself from having to lose out on the what do we call this stuff? Scrap. Okay, we need to bring this up some.
This week is my money week.
Meaning like at your job? Like I should have done that the first time.
And that, bless her heart, was Skeeter Dale's.
My disability check. I currently can't work.
Right, you told me about that.
Folks,
Okay, so you get
I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal.
your disability. Sorry, I am listening and trying to answer, but I also get really ADD
You
with
having trouble sleeping?
these cubes, these concrete floors.
I've decided to change
Any
how
plans? You gonna splurge? Get you a
I'd like to take this opportunity
get anything? Anything you've been looking to purchase? Or is it like all going to bills?
All right.
Okay, let's see here. Should I raise this up a little bit higher? Let's see what's going on here with this floor.
Let's get it on
If I
back.
raise it higher, it's probably going to
Crawl out through the fallout is next.
I don't like it when it has a gap
But brought to you
in
by
the ground here.
Travis Lonely Miles.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. I think we're good. Whoops. Let's move you over.
I'm going out to even pay bills, buy a birthday gift.
Is it a birthday gift to yourself or a birthday gift for someone else?
Someone else.
What you already have the idea, the gift in mind, or are you just going out to get inspired? And if so, what is it? Okay, well that makes no sense. I want it locked in. Should register.
Get inspired.
Okay. That makes no freaking sense that it won't register inside that spot. I move my head like it's gonna magically fix the thing. Okay. Well, get it. There we go. Okay, the only reason I was doing that is because I wanted to build a new structure, living quarters, and a bar. So, this is frustrating me too. I'll get to that later. Alright, let's see here. Let's see, where would the natural place to come in? So there's already is this a house? That's supposed to be kind of a house. Let's build a floor over to there. And we're going to move you guys somewhere else. I'll come back and work on defense later. One side. I mean, their happiness is 72, and so I don't think that this place really needs any work. But I remember coming here the other day, and I just didn't like the way this place looked. Do I? So I want to rebuild it. Can you hear the game music? I know it repeats like the same 5 songs over and over again, but I like listening to it for some reason. And I like the scaffolding.
No.
Stairs. Okay, I was wondering if people that were so you can just hear the people talking, or whenever the NPCs talk to each other, and the basic gameplay, but you can't hear the Fallout radio. What am I listening to? The Diamond City radio?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so here's that house. Let me build. Why did is there anything underneath it? Why am I doing that? Okay, we need to build some walls. I don't want to use all my concrete, but we'll use some.
People look at me different 'cause I'm disabled, and I think that's why my YouTube hasn't taken off.
Did you use a webcam before and you just stopped using it? Is that what you're talking about? Man, I need to explore some different things, some stuff that I haven't used yet. You know what? I love the freaking. I have 15 people living here, so I need to make a house or someplace for 15 people living. I love the way the aluminum stuff looks. It's like my favorite.
No, people judge me on how I sound. I have a brain injury.
Oh, okay. You know, unfortunately, even a microphone issue and audio, like when I was doing the research, I mean, this relates to what you just said. I'm going to go on a tangent here to explain, but that is unfortunate. But you know, the streaming, the tutorials that I read, that I watched on streaming and becoming a streamer, one of the main things they were talking about was to get a good mic, and it relates to what you just said because it's all about the sound. You know, if people, I was trying to tell my daughter that today, she was laughing on one of our streams and she was forcing it, and she was getting louder and louder and louder. And I asked my friends, I was like, hey, can you do me a favor and critique my channel? And that was one of their critiques, was like, I said, look, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I just need to know so I can, you know, either make improvements where I can, and then know what I can't change and what I can and cannot change. And their feedback was, you know, your microphone, you probably want to get a better one so the sound quality's better, and then also things like that, being pitchy. The thing that my daughter was doing, I mean, it was like I had to explain to her, like, look, you probably don't want to do that because it irritates the audience. You know, it spikes really high. It gets annoying, and that's unfortunate. You know, radio. This is a lot like radio. The voice is such a big part of it, and now we incorporated video, which now you have to have. You know, when I look at somebody else's channel, and going like, well, I guess I know why that guy's got 1,000 people watching him. He's like roided out and wearing no shirt, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have my 4-year-old daughter in a video with me where I'm trying to like, flex and stuff like that. But that's their thing, and that goes back to one of the advice that this top tier streamer gave. He said, what is your thing? What are you about? And then if you're doing this primarily for fun, or you should be primarily doing this for fun, and if we stress out too much about not getting an audience, then we're not going to have fun doing this. And you're also trying to find your niche, not somebody else's. I mean, if you have a streamer, he did say this, like, if you have a streamer that you respect and you like their channel, and there's things about their channel that you want to incorporate, then by all means try, but don't also at the same time don't try to just be them, because they already exist, and you're probably not going to steal their viewers. You're trying to grow your own type of viewer, and again, I watched. Now, the ones that I watched of yours, unfortunately, the audio wasn't working, so I didn't really pick up on that. And the ones that I did, it didn't bother me. It wasn't one of the things where I clicked on your channel and was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to watch this. This is irritating me. No, I didn't feel that way. Okay, what am I building? A prefab. I want to see if I can build on top of this one, or I mean, if this one will fit and it doesn't look awkward. So we'll start with the foundation of this.
That's good to know.
Now again, this isn't like my original advice, Katie. This is, I spent a whole afternoon, watching these top tier streamers giving their advice. Now, was all of their advice helpful? I don't think so. Sometimes, they're just talking just to fill the time slot, or just to keep talking, and a lot of it is obvious. I mean, if you're doing a video chat, yeah, you need a camera, and they would say stuff like that. You're like, well, here's what you need to do if you're going to be a streamer. Get a camera. You're like, well, yeah, that's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, let's see how that looks. If I can, man, it took way too long to get that thing in place, and that's not where I'm going to want to keep it. I usually have to do this. You got to get it on there, and then you start tweaking it. Oh, I fell off again. So frustrating. Okay, this is starting to come together. So I'll definitely need a floor there. Let's take you. You're not being used, or maybe you are. I love these prefabs. Not just because they're quick to set up, but I love the way they look aesthetically, especially this one. I don't use it enough. I usually just build my own structures, but I really like this prefab.
Having a traumatic brain injury sucks. I'm not the same person I was.
Was it what was that movie? I think there was a movie about that. Like, how long ago did this happen? How long ago did your injury happen? Oops, that floor was being used.
3 years and 4 days.
Wow. Does it affect only your speech? Is that the primary injury? Or the primary side effect of the injury? Why won't this go in place? That doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't need it, but that's weird that it won't. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that piece out. Let me see if I can do that. Let's put this one back. It should go back. See, that's what I hate sometimes. You build something and you move something out of the way and then it won't go back.
Speech Bancal mood.
Speech. So you get like mood swings, like, oh, that sucks.
Yes.
Today I was getting frustrated with my daughter for no reason. I homeschool her right now. I'm very fortunate to be able to homeschool my daughter before she starts kindergarten next year, and that's kind of it's nowhere near what you're talking about. You know, having uncontrolled. Maybe you're talking about uncontrolled mood swings. Like it's not your you know, like something doesn't trigger you. Maybe with me, it's like I have to tell myself all the time. You know, it's like chill out. She's 4 years old. You know, she's gonna be a kid. She's just being a kid. Man, I had the floor here, and now it doesn't want to. Okay, there. Okay, there we go. Now I kind of at least got it back somewhat how I had it. Okay, let's see if I can get the smaller floor to go. The only reason I'm doing this is because I get frustrated when it looks like something is missing a piece. So maybe the small floor will lock in. Why would that go there?
My balance is so terrible now, 'cause if you want to know the worst part.
So playing a game doesn't make you dizzy or sick? I have a friend of mine who can't play first-person shooters because he gets I don't know what he said. He just said he can't play certain games because it makes him sick.
Sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, there we go. We've got this in a good place. Now I'm going to build a second floor. Wow. Okay, I'm going to add a walkway here. A little bit better of a walkway. How's that? And we need some stairs. Hey, look at that. I can put this here. Might as well.
I can't believe I am still up.
Me too. I was actually gonna go to bed right after I did the firework thing, and I'm still awake. So, goodness. Hey, wow, did that thing go in here? That'd be cool if I can put this over here. Alright. I like that.
It's 4:03 me.
Oh no, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. You're crazy. I understand if you want to go. Alright, I got this sucker to go into place here. Because, you know, you can't really put anything here. and somehow that went in. That's cool. I love how some of these
non-stop music and all the latest news.
What do we call them?
What
do we call these things? Structures. Yeah.
Just try to not tap your foot along to this one. I dare you. It's uranium rock by Warren Smith.
What kind of floor is this? Shack upper floor. Okay, yeah. Let's try that. Really?
Can't sleep anyhow, Angel taking up half the bed.
That's what they do, right? Man, I don't know what I'm going to do when my daughter gets older, because she cuddles up to me like she's a little puppy sometimes. Like, she gets right on in my lower back. Like, she likes to use my back as a backrest or like a pillow. Like, she comes in the room in the morning when she wakes up, and I'll still be asleep, and then she lays on top of my back, and she's so warm, and it reminds me of when I had a dog. Not that she's an animal, I'm just saying that I'm probably going to have to get a dog when she grows out of there, when she stops doing that. Well, that worked out perfectly. I couldn't have planned that. Even if I planned this design, that wouldn't have worked. I couldn't have done that. Because this is where I get crazy. I want these to all be facing the same way. And it's not even going to matter. I know I'm never going to come up here whenever I got this settlement done. There's no way I'm never going to have a reason to come up to this room and see what's going on. I need to stop. Okay, so now we can build. Okay, what is it? Living quarters downstairs, or maybe I'll have the living quarters upstairs. Let's see what this looks like. I have rarely.
Who is your fav YouTuber?
Oh man, do I have a favorite YouTuber? Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. I do. I don't even, because we're really good friends, so it's kind of, I'm thinking of like a YouTuber that, you know. So I'm affiliated with this group called We the Geeks of East LA, and they do, it's their channel, but I've gotten to know them really well over the last year, and you know, that we consider ourselves more like a family. So when you said that, I'm thinking outside of that realm, and then I'm forgetting, like, I started off being a fan of their channel, and then found out that we live really close to each other. They're based out of LA. We've done our costuming for years in the same environments. We've gone to hospitals together. We just never knew that it was us because we're wearing costumes with masks. And when you're done with the event, we just go home. We don't usually take off and then meet up at a location and have lunch or whatever. But this one particular event was a Christmas event, and they fed us afterwards. So everybody gets out of their costumes and gets in regular clothes, and then we find out, hey, I know you, so I watched their channel and had seen them, and then we realized how many events of these charity events we'd been to together, just didn't know who we were. And so we were like, hey, you know, we should hang out and we should collaborate on a project. So I like to build things, you know, costumes, movie sets, props, you know, whatever prop you might need. And so I did a couple of props for their videos, and again, the channel is We the Geeks of East LA. And then just started actually watching more and more of their stuff, and come to find out, the reason why I was watching their stuff was because of my daughter. My 4-year-old found their channel before I did, and then I became a fan after her. And again, didn't even know who these guys were in the real world, just watching them on YouTube. And the reason I'm a fan is because they just make short skits of the stuff that they're really passionate about. They're really passionate about Power Rangers. Most of the stuff that they do is Power Rangers, and that was another thing that brought us together. Was I built this what's behind me, or what I'm inside, is a replica of the Power Rangers Megazord set, and I built this for a convention that it went to, and people got inside it, took photos, did videos in it, and then we collaborated on a couple of projects for them to use it. And then after just working together a couple of times, especially after knowing our background with the charities, we just became really more than friends. You know, myself, my daughter, and then their small group, which is like 4 or 5 really close friends, and a couple of them are related, and then most of them are just, you know, like how they met me. Same thing happened years ago with the other members. And then so at the end of last year, you know, we had a good conversation about how their group is not a huge. It's not huge. They keep it really close because they like to work with people that they could consider like family. So went on kind of a tangent there, but I think it's kind of the point of these streaming. You're just talking, you know, filling the air with as much content as you can. They started off. We all started off just kind of being fans of each other, and then it grew to more than that. And they one of the reasons I really like their channel, though, it's not just because who they were in doing the charity, but their channel, the videos that they do, the skits are just, they're fun. They don't try to have everything perfect. Not every costume they wear has to be screen accurate. You have some people who everything that they produce, it's like everything has to look like it came out of the movie set, or it came up, you know. One of the other groups I watch is Bat the Sun. They do the Superpower Beatdown. Every one of their videos is like the set, the location.
Are you streaming off the PS4?
Yes, streaming off PS4. Everything has to look like legit, professional. The costume has to be like something that could be in a real movie. Where We the Geeks of VSLA, I mean, they will have some stuff looks really good. Other things look just like you went to Party City and bought it. But the content is there. The thing I love about their channel is the videography, the writing, the sound effects.
What do you think about the PS5 coming out?
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Is it going to have Fallout 4 on it? Am I going to be able to play Fallout? I'm probably going to get it. Not,
Yes.
Probably going to get it. Not right away. I don't think I'll get it when it first comes out. But, okay, so I need to put, okay, when I first come into this compound...
It's backwards compatible.
Oh my gosh, that's freaking awesome. That's awesome. Let me see here. I lost my train of thought of what I was doing with this. Okay, when I first come into this compound, I will most likely be at least visiting the bottom floor. So I'm going to make the first floor the entertainment.
Now, Billy lives here in the Commonwealth. He wasn't spared the harsh realities of that life any more than the rest of us.
What do you think? Are you going to get it? Are you going to get the PS4?
From his family, but then he managed to run into the Vault Dweller. I'm happy to report that with the Vault Dweller's help, Billy was reunited.
Yes.
With his family. Stories with happy endings don't come along all too
You know what's
often.
weird about these stairs? They don't lock in. You know,
I know it did for me. Keep it tuned
the other ones, you know, you start to move them in a certain spot, and then they just gradually grab on to the wall or whatever. But these don't. They grab onto each other. Okay, let's go to... I wonder if the concrete ones do. No. No, concrete. Concrete has some stairs. Yeah, see? There we go. Up and down. Alright, let's put something in here like a bar. We need a bar because bars increase happiness. Where should we put it? Oh, this is a good spot for it. And some chairs. When does the PS5 come out? Oh, where's those diner chairs? I love that.
November or December.
That's my birthday. I think I'm going to have to ask for a birthday present. Oh, that was weird. So it just builds right through that pillar. That's the worst seat in the house. Who's going to want to sit there?
I need a new PS4. I had the same one since 2017. It's only 500 GB. I want a TB.
Wow. My brother has a terabyte. What he did though is he bought an external and he hooked it up that way. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. I should have. I was trying to assign her a job. Okay, let's see here. Chairs. That's what I was looking for. Bar stools. Oops. Where are my bar stools? When you go to other people's channels, going back to what we were talking about finding other streamers, when you go and you click on the filter and you see who's streaming live, what is it about a channel that engages you? That was some of the advice that the person was giving. So what was So if you think about that, like what brings you to a channel? Like for example, you clicked on my thumbnail. Was it because I was streaming live and there weren't any other people streaming live? So you're like, okay, I'll click on this one. Or what was it that brought you into the channel? I was looking for bar stools and I got distracted. There we are.
It was 'cause you were streaming and I was looking for someone who plays Fallout like me.
And I was, did I just happen to be one of the only people streaming Fallout at that time? Okay, when I have time, I'm going to come and add lighting here. I need a bartender who does not have a job. You don't.
Yes, and you could chat.
Yeah, I talk a lot.
Got it.
With me.
Yeah, that was kind of the some of the advice that I did take away from that person's channel. That was the guy, the person I'm talking about, that was given, you know, streaming advice. They were saying, you know, if you don't have a webcam and they can't see who you are, all they're doing is seeing the game. And most of us who are already playing the game, it's like, you know, I've done that. I've been guilty of that. I've noticed. I didn't know that I was doing that. I was scrolling past those live streams because I'm like, oh, that's the game, that's the game, that's the game. And then you stop for at least a pause when you see a thumbnail of a person, because you're starting to see, well, what's going on in that screen here? Like, what do they look like? What do they have in the background? What does their thing even say? Like, what's their title? So, like, the other day I took off, like, I took my title way down to just, like, let's chat, because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm trying to figure out a clever title, and I was like, well, most of the people that I think are playing the game probably don't care if I put settlement or whatever. But the thing was, I would definitely recommend, just like this person, is, yeah, get you a webcam, because, and then, you know, think about, you don't have to build a movie set like I did, and I didn't build a movie set for live streaming. This was a project 2 years ago, and I just still have it, and I figured, well, why not stream inside it? It's fun. You don't have to do this. You don't have to go this crazy. And plus, you don't even see all of it. I mean, you just see a little portion of it. But they did make a lot of sense when they said, you know, at least tidy it up, or at least care a little bit about what's going on in the background, because that's an extension of your personality. When we're scrolling to see whose channel we're gonna click on, how long do we have to catch that audience, to keep that? Now they've stopped. You know, what's going to make them now go into your channel, and then what's going to make them stay? So that's where your personality comes in, and if you don't have to be the best gamer, you don't have to be the best personality either. But the advice that person was giving, this top tier streamer, was like, look, yeah, you don't have to be the best personality, you don't have to be the best gamer, you don't have to be the funniest, you don't have to be the most good looking. He was going through all this laundry list of the things that you don't have to be. But one of the things you do have to is you have to talk. Because once there's dead air, the person is like, you know, because I think most of the people that are watching, because I've done that too. When I'm not streaming, I only started streaming 2 weeks ago. But when I would go into Twitch to watch other people's channels, once it felt like there was nothing going on, I'm like, okay, well, let me go look at something else. Just like, you know, flipping the channel. When you see a commercial, back in the day when you saw a commercial, you'd flip the channel, or I think it's kind of like that these days. You know, once a little bit of dead air goes onto into that person's stream, you're just like, let me go find somebody who's talking, even if they're not talking about anything new. Like, we've played this game. We've all played Fallout ever since it came out. There's not a whole lot of new information out there, but like when I was watching your channel, I only stayed because it was fun to watch the Institute mission again. That I forgot a lot of things that happened. but it did get a little boring because I couldn't hear you talking about about what you were thinking, because you're playing. It's like, well, why are they doing this or why are they doing that? I want to know. I want to know why you're choosing to do that or do that, and versus going the other way, or why you chose that that speech option. Otherwise, it's just like, I mean, the game is fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that you have to talk, but their advice made sense. That we generally watch streamers because we want to feel like connected some way, and the way to do that is the video and the talking. And if you eliminate those two, then you're just watching the game. And we have YouTube for that. We have the tutorials for that or whatnot. And I think that's the whole point of Twitch and the YouTube streaming is the video and the talking. Even if going back to what you had mentioned earlier about the disability, I mean but that makes you unique. That makes your channel different than just about anybody out there. If you kind of own your disability, and I don't think people are gonna discriminate against you because of that. I think if anything, it'll make them want to watch it. I mean, once your channel starts to gain its audience of like, oh, you know what? Especially because it is also about the gameplay. I mean, the gameplay is there. Most of the screen is the game, so your gameplay will speak for itself. Again, I'm definitely gonna watch it again because, especially knowing you got to start it from the beginning, I don't necessarily want to play the game myself all the way from the beginning, but I would like to see the content again. I hope that helps in any way. What am I? Okay, I assigned somebody to the bar. Need to build the beds. So, alright. All I'm really going to be able to do...
Well, I fixed my audio for today's stream so you could have a better sense of what my channel is about, and I use my disability as motivation. And
I mean, I did watch one of your videos the other day, and you were saying something like, hey, it's your girl, and you were doing an introduction, and you were talking about that you were going to be streaming. Honestly, I didn't notice a speech impediment or the disability. I mean, okay, so I just noticed I'm going to be falling off the floor quite a bit, or falling off if I don't put something here. So let's see if I can put a scaffolding wall here. Nope. Oh, good. Yeah, okay. That's cool. That'll drive me crazy if I'm trying to go up here and I fall off every time. Okay. Need something here for them to sleep in. No.
some days it's good, other days not so good.
I can imagine. I mean, again, I'm not trying to say I understand completely, but I do have... Okay, so I've got an issue with my back, my lower core. And so I was a paratrooper in the Army, once upon a time, and years and years of just the impact that your body takes on your spine, or the impact on your spine that, landing on the ground, landing from jumping and the ruck march and stuff, the damage that was done to my spine is where my disability comes from. Now, I'm mobile, but there are days when I wake up and I can't move, I'm stiff and I'm in a lot of pain, and I can work through it. I've done a lot of chiropractic work and different things that I've done over the years to remedy that, but it's not gone. And the days that the times that it happens, it's like I'd much rather have the health than the disability perks that come with it, because the perks, in my opinion, just aren't that great. I mean, what is going on here? And what I mean by the perks is like, I have, I've got my VA, I can go to the VA clinic for my health care and stuff like that, and at very minimal cost. I mean, when I found out how much health insurance cost, I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, I just can't get over what happened. How do people afford health care?
I was 19 and I got into a horrific car crash that almost killed me.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's just horrible.
Unfortunately, my sister was
That last trader who came through was
she was
telling
like
me about the
24,
bull crowd, the one
and
west
she
of
didn't
Salem.
survive her car accident.
I think they've got a Tarberry box
And
set
she
up in
wasn't
an
even
old
driving.
swimming
She was the passenger in the car, and the guy fell asleep at the
wheel.
wheel. She was already asleep. She was sleeping in the passenger seat, didn't have a seatbelt on. He was fatigued. He ran off the road, and the car flipped. He survived because he was wearing a seatbelt, but she was ejected from the vehicle and did survive the car accident. So, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Survive, don't survive.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. But again, that's why we play these games, right? I mean, most of the reason I play games is to escape most of the real world. I do enjoy my life. Don't get me wrong. This wasn't meant to be like taking the conversation on a downward spiral of emotion, but I love games because it takes you away. I mean, I actually care about these settlers way too much. They're not real. But like I said, I'm building the first floor to be the bar because I want to increase their happiness.
I like to escape the real world too.
Instead of sitting here, like, I've seen some settlements that are like, look, this is all you need. You don't even have to build this stuff. I really care about these settlers. This isn't even real. And I have a pretty decent life. I mean, my wife is real understanding. Look at me. I mean, I make Star Wars costumes that I can. She comes home any given day, and I might be wearing this walking around the house. And my daughter is wearing her Elsa costume, or Ladybug, and we're role playing, and we're nerds. And so our life is pretty fantastical, both in the game world and outside. But I still love to play the games to escape just some of the things that, just the idiocracy that's out there. Let's see, who else is if anybody else is in the chat, man, feel free to comment on, like, I know my title said I can't even remember what the title said anymore, but we're definitely just sitting here chatting about anything and everything. I'm trying to build something with my settlement just to keep things going. Something I had been wanting to get around to for a long time was work on this settlement. Let's see, what am I building here? I'm building rooms for these people to sleep in up here. And I'm trying to use stuff that I don't usually use. Bunker Hill is under attack. Oh my gosh. Should I go help out Bunker Hill? Let's quick save. Oh, can't save while we're in the... Excuse me. Alright, let's pull out my handy dandy weapon of choice.
Yes.
Let's go save Bunker Hill. data. You know, it took me a long time to realize, like, I kept forgetting what it said. Like, where was I supposed to go? And I used to travel to all of my settlements until I found the one that was being under attack, which was, by the time it happened, I couldn't find it. I didn't know you could go to miscellaneous, and then it'll tell you which one you're supposed to go help defend. I hate Bunker Hill. I really do. Because it's the one that, because you can't build it. Like, it's already pretty much done. So, and then I hate the defending it because I like to build the defense one with the stairs, so you can get kind of the high ground. Star Wars reference. It makes the most sense to have the high ground. Okay. In Bunker Hill, I can't stand it because you have to go outside, and then yeah, Bunker Hill. Ugh. You said it's 4, so it's 4:30 in the morning where you're at, right? Now Green Top? What? Okay, where do they usually get attacked from? Where's the... Oh, it's around the other side. They usually get attacked from the other side. I went out the wrong exit. I went out the wrong gate. That's okay.
435.
Yay. 435. You're crazy. You know, I'm really surprised. I'm streaming off of my guys. Let's see if we can take somebody's head off. You got a missile launcher. What's going on here? Why can't I,
Why don't you just die?
There we go. Why wasn't that? Let's try this one more time. There we go. That's graphic. That's disgusting. That's really gross. I'm all about graphic headshots, man. I don't know why. I know it's graphic and pretty brutal and overkill and disgusting, but I can't help it. It's a game, you know. Again, I was in the military, and
hello from Australia, 9:40 p.m. here.
Hey, what's going on, Trev? Tyler, thanks for letting us know you're here. It looks like people are here. It shows me a number, but until people actually engage, I don't know if it's a false negative. 9:40 p.m. Okay, that's cool. It's
still in one piece.
Katie's in the chat. She says it's 4:30 something in the morning for her.
On the waist, otherwise.
And me, it's 2:30 or 2:40. See, this is where I struggle. I don't really need any of this stuff, and then I know if I start grabbing too much of it, I'm gonna weigh myself down. Where's Piper?
Hey.
What you got for me?
I'm sure you guys know this trick, but
Take that weapon.
Your companion is overloaded with weight already, you can still get them to
see if she had anything.
Anything.
I don't think I can get to that.
Grab anything useful.
Can do.
They'll still
check it
grab,
out.
Of course.
They'll still pick things up if you do it this way. If you command them to do it. Let me see here. 10 p.m. How late are you gonna stay up, Trev? What I usually do take for certain, I mean, every time I always get the ammo, and I'm a sucker for those yellow helmets, or those helmets, and weapons that I can scrap, or metal, anything metal. The other stuff I don't really need. especially after a raid. That's the only thing I like about raids, though. I mean, you gotta love raids. It's basically like free loot. Okay, stim pack. I don't need it. Missile launcher. See, look at that. I'm already carrying too much. So we have to drop it. Let's see if she'll take it.
Looking
I want
for
to
something
prove my
specific?
point to you. I'm gonna try to give her that weapon that I just, the missile launcher. And yeah, she's carrying too much. But we go to inventory and go to missile launcher, drop it. We're gonna drop both of them and the machine.
2 or 3 MLOL.
All right.
Hey.
And
You say the word.
Grab that.
That's a plan.
There you go.
Get that.
Yep.
And
pick that up.
Uh-huh.
And this is the thing that's frustrating. Okay, see how he's got like a few items on him?
See if he had anything worth taking.
Some of your companions will loot them like one item at a time.
See if there's anything
and
there.
Sometimes you click on it once, tell them to get anything.
Take anything good.
And everything will come out. Everything will come off. I really just
Take
wanted
that.
to get the
Can
metal.
do.
See if he had anything worth taking.
Can do.
And you just got to keep doing it and keep doing it until everything.
Grab anything useful.
And the only way you really know everything's gone is because they go down to their dun-to-duns.
Check it out.
That's a plan.
Crazy.
See if there's anything there.
Uh-huh.
Take anything good.
Of course.
So, at some point, yeah, there you go. That's all I cared about was the metal. And I want her to get that missile launcher for sure.
See if she had
I can
anything.
scrap that for, I think,
Don't see a way for me to get there.
yes, really? You can't get there?
Grab that.
That's a plan.
Didn't I have one more place to go defend? Did he get the missile? Yeah, okay, good. Fragment grenade, don't really need the metal helmet. I'll take that myself. Okay. And we're going to
Folks,
quick save.
I'd like to
I did not know that goo
take
tips.
a moment for something a little more personal.
Yeah, man, it's one of the, because you know when you're playing this game and you are upgrading your
As I'm
armor
sure you know, Holmes,
or your
I
anything
haven't
that
always
you're trying to,
been the
and
best
a
at
lot
this
of
job.
times
Hey,
because at the
let's face
beginning of the game you don't have much, or
to
even to
the
this day I'm like a level
my
80
friend.
and I still want to collect as
I've
much
decided to
loot
change how I
out
look
in
at
the
things,
wasteland as possible.
how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity.
You know, a lot of times
to thank
you're
the Vault
trying to
Dwellers for lending me a
sacrifice
hand.
stats
They do.
that are like what do you call it? One of my favorite stats is increase to
All right.
charisma
Oops.
because you
That's enough
buy
said
sell
for
trade
me.
better anytime your charisma's higher, and then
Get it
you
on
know
back
when
to
you're
the
doing your
basics.
armor and you're upgrading your
Here's a
armor and you're like,
classic
should I
from
go for the resist damage or should I go for the one pockets so I can carry more? And this is a way to not have to ever worry about that. Okay, where was the other place I needed to go? Data, quest, miscellaneous.
You've been streaming for 2 hours. I like it.
Thanks. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't plan on streaming for 2 hours, 3 or whatever I've been doing tonight. I was gonna do that thing about the fireworks, Happy New Year thing, and that was it. And then you logged on and we started chatting, and here we are 2 hours later. Let's see, show a map. Yes. Let's go. Kick some butt. Because like I said, the game is kind of secondary at some point. You're just playing, and it can get boring. Because how long have we been playing this game? For what, 4 years longer? And it kind of becomes the same thing. Go to the wasteland, get loot, bring it back, organize it, scrap it, build something. And then you're like, well, why was I even building? Why do I need this scrap again? What was I? Oh yeah, I need adhesive. Why did I need adhesive? Oh, because I wanted to build a turret. So earlier today, when I was like, what do I do in the settlement? And you're like, build something. So it gave me something to do, and I wasn't playing. Oh my god! I do it every time. I aim for the head every time, even though I know it's disgusting. accidentally killed a settler one time. I didn't think you could do it. Where are you guys shooting at? I like how VATS gives you these like slow-mo kills and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. My brother has been playing the game for about 3 weeks now, and he just bought the game for the first time. So he made it all the way to like level 25. Never used VATS. He didn't know that that was even a thing. I was like, you're crazy. Do I have a workbench here? I need to scrap this stuff. I mean, like a legit workstation, because I wanna collect all that loot. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save here, and I'm gonna call it a night, because I need to go to Sanctuary, unload all my stuff, come back here, and gather up all this loot, and then I need to go back to the other compounds to build their beds. But hey Katie, thanks for staying up with me chatting. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to watch some of your videos tomorrow when I get up and have time, but yeah. What did I do here? Now
You're welcome.
I'm realizing now I need to redo this. Here's something.
Okay.
Here's something I found out, and then we'll go. Do you see? Okay, the happiness here is 48. I was told that if you don't put a real roof on something, then it doesn't help with the happiness. So the beds, one thing that'll increase the happiness is for settlers to have a roof over their head, but not just like a structure. I think the program that runs it is it has to read as an actual roof. So a lot of my settlements, when I first built them, I put these prefab structures, but they don't register as like a roof the way that'll increase the happiness. See how my happiness in the settlement is only 48, and that's probably why. So if I go destroy all these prefabs, build walls with let's see here, a structured roof, then it should start to increase my happiness.
I will be streaming about 10:30 a.m. tomorrow.
About 10:30. Okay, yeah, that's around what time I'm usually done with breakfast and all that stuff. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, and thanks for administrating, for whatever they call that. I guess what am I looking to it? It's a moderating. All right. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, Katie.